I'm Michelle.
I'm Taylor.
This was we're now reviewing week 1 of Continuing Swing for the Illini Swing Society.
Spring 2019.
That's right. So we started, well, the first thing we talked about was posture, that we need kind of an athletic posture to dance. So we did the jump up and kind of, some people call it basketball posture. I don't know how I feel about that, but the point is that you want to be a little bit forward on your feet, you want to have some bend, and you want to put your shoulders back. Straight from the side. That's kind of how we know we're ready to dance. We got our weight forward and we got some pulse. So the next thing we talked about was pulse. This is a dance that we pulse, 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 pulse to the music. And if we don't pulse and swing, we really can't move. We can't move with our partner. We can't communicate with our partner. So we talked a lot about walking around with our pulse.
And even the basic moves look much better with a pulse. You have to look like you know you're dancing and know how to dance, even with basic moves.
That's right. Then we talked about triple steps. So triple steps are a syncopated movement. They're not just 1, 2, 3. They're da, da, da. So we can do triple steps with the right foot or the left foot. We can start with our right foot, where we go triple step, and right foot again, triple step. Now let's switch back right and left. So we'll just march forward doing triple steps, doing right, left. 6, 7, 8. Triple step, left triple step, right triple step, triple step.
You can clearly hear our feet, and so you should be trying to make the rhythm noise with your feet, not shuffling if you can. And as you get better and better, your feet will be lifted less off the ground, I think, but you want to try to make that rhythm, so you're really feeling the rhythm and hearing it even with your feet. Try to make sure you're lifting your feet off the ground with the triple step.
Yes.
So then we talked about going to closed position and having a closed connection. So the key part to the closed connection is the elbows. So what you want is you want the 2 elbows to follow a line, so that this can help lead. In this case, if they feel pressure from moving the arm, it won't slip out from under and it won't lock down. So it's just sort of a pressure on the outside of the arm where the elbows are aligned.
And for the follow, the height difference between you and your lead can make a big difference from where your hand ends up. If your lead's a lot taller than you might have a hand down here. If your lead's a lot shorter, you might be up on the shoulder. But you just want to have it comfortably in a place where you get that connection. And you're not clinging on.
Pulling it down the shoulder.
Yeah.
not resting your entire weight.
Find a place that works for both of you.
For the right hand, for the leads, it's helpful to have in the middle of the back. This will change depending on what position you're in. But something where you can imagine rotating so it's not too much on the side, not gripped around the side, so sort of in the middle of the back.
And then the other, I don't know if we talked about this in class, but the other important thing about connection is just that I'm giving my lead a little bit of my weight. I'm not throwing my weight out here and expecting my lead to take care of it. I am in charge of my own weight, but we have this bit of stretch between us.
Another way to say it too is wherever your body is touching, the follow and leads are trying to make that connection happen. So the follow is now putting some connection in my hand, so they can move, and so that again on the elbow there's some pressure there. It's not tight, but it's some pressure, so they're making the connection. So where our hands are touching, there's some connection there, so we're feeling something to each other.
Yep.
So then we worked on tuck turns.
Tuck turns.
So
6 count tuck turns.
6 count tuck turns. So the procedure we worked on was to start off with a round rock step. So I'm leading the round rock step primarily with motion from the right hand as I'm opening up the follow. So like 5, 6, 7, 8, open. So it's sort of this hinge motion, open. And even though it looks like I'm doing a lot with this hand is really just doing a little bit of pressure. It's not led with this hand. And the follow is not letting their arm go behind their back.
Yep.
So
I won't get
open.
the lead if I do it. I'll do it really bad one time.
Yeah. So exactly. So this is not good, right? So so for the tuck turn we have, let's illustrate 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Rock step. So the key parts of the round rock step, and on essentially when the hinge is closing, the hands come together around. We taught around face height, and there's some pressure here because this is going to help generate momentum in the turn, as well as the right hand. So as we're doing the turn, this is going to press forward against the pressure. And the right hand is going to go behind the back like this. It's not as exaggerated, so let's do it from the side so you can see a little better. But that's the motion. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. And I really follow through this hand so you can see that the motion is doing, but this hand is doing a lot of the direction. Yep. So you can do tuck turns traveling like that forward. We'll show 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Rock step. You can do it to the side. 5 and 6. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, which is the variation. We also taught to do it in place, where you connect in a closed position. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Rock, step. And the difference there, as you probably saw, is that I raised my hand higher so that the follow nose has some indication to turn more in place as opposed to travel in this case. So.
Well, and I can't really comfortably go anywhere else. If my shoulder's comfortable, I just can't go anywhere.
And this also helps a lot with visualization at the lead. So just think about, I want my follow to stay in place, and you will naturally hover and keep still as opposed to sending the follow out. So let's try it again. 5. Let's make a different angle.
Yep.
5, 6, 7, 8. Rock, step, triple step, 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 rock, step. And the last thing we did was showed how to do a tuck turn, a one-handed tuck turn. So as we saw, most of the actions happen with the right hand, the hand on the back. This hand's not doing much. So we can do a tuck turn with one arm into open position. So let's show it, and then we'll illustrate. 5, 6, 7, rock, step, triple step, rock, step. So again, the key thing there is to lead the rotational rock step, and now all I have is this right hand connection. So I'm pulling my elbow closer to my body, which naturally rotates the hand out. And then closing the hinge a little bit, and then the turn at the end across the back. So this is the basic motion.
And when he gets to that, I feel that this is a rotational rock step, and because it's pretty likely I'm going to be moving somewhere else, I do lighten this connection when I'm coming in, because if I just held onto his arm here, it would be pretty hard to turn that direction.
That's
So I just noticed that I lighten that up a little bit. Out, and my arm comes up, da da da.
Yeah, and so if you don't have the elbow-to-elbow connection, you're not going to lead this move because your arm will slip out, or it may be clamped so you can't do it, but the idea is that you should be able to lead this with this elbow-to-elbow connection with just your one arm. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, rock, step. And it's key as a lead to follow your follow so that you end up with some dynamic range with your bent arm so you can still rock step again as opposed to being out too far. You can't rock step or too close, this type of thing, so you still can't rock step very well. But the idea is you follow your partner because you may send them out with more momentum than you expect. So try it one time, maybe from a different angle.
Yeah.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, rock step, triple step, rock step. That was it.
Yeah. Tuck turn. Thank you.
Thank you.